Good morning and welcome to another beautiful time on Exigencies of Life. This is Patience Sian Okonkwo. Today we are going to be discussing very important topic. And I'm sure you'll be delighted to hear. Yes, this is what we are going to be discussing today. Can you see this? I hope it's not upside down. Yes, it's correct. It says, should marriage be the bus stop? On this very discussion, we'll have a guest. I won't be doing it alone. Ta-na-na.
Hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be on this beautiful channel this morning, this beautiful channel Exigencies of Life. My name is Beatrice Nkem, and together we'll be discussing a beautiful topic. Should marriage be the last bus stop? I'm sure you'd want to know what the answer should be. So stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Okay, it's our pleasure to have you all on board. Now you've seen our guest. I hope you're happy. Okay, straight to the point. We'll start with what is marriage? Because we can discuss marriage very well without knowing the meaning of marriage. Some people have different definition for marriage, but we will just give you the simple one. We say that marriage is a relationship between a man and a woman. So if you have another definition to it, it's okay by us. But this is what we are going to roll with today. So Beatrice, there have been so many happenings in the world of marriage today, but we are concentrating about those intending to move into marriage.
Yeah.
Now, should marriage be a decision, or should it be a social prescription?
It's supposed to be a decision, obviously.
Okay.
Because you think about it, you tell yourself, this is exactly what I want in a life partner. This is the reason I'm going into marriage. This is when I am ready to be married. And then you go for it. So you think about it, you make decision, and you decide that it's time for me to go into marriage. Because if you don't decide, it's very, very difficult for you to get committed to something you did not first of all decide to go into.
Okay. Now, this brings my to the next question, but let's just deliberate a little bit on this. When people say that it should be a discussion, I quite agree with your opinion. That is where my stand is. But some people have taken to social description. Okay, we'll go for a break, and when we'll come back, the topic continues. Stay tuned. You're welcome back, and it's still Exigencies of Life. Today we are discussing, should marriage be the bus stop with Beatrice?
Because if you work with social prescription, it's just mounting pressure on yourself and making you go for something you might not exactly need at the particular moment. Because everybody is doing it, or everybody is getting into marriage just immediately after university education or immediately after NYSC. Doesn't make it compulsory that every other person that this is the way to go. There is no, it's not a straight jacketed something that immediately after this, then marriage should be it. You should make a decision. Okay, I intend to get married, but maybe not now. Maybe when I've done this, or maybe when I've set these things in place, then I can get married. So you shouldn't work with everybody's doing it. So
okay, so what do you think about those? Maybe because their younger sister got married before them, and then before you could spell Jack, off they start talking about marriage. And now, what I want us to concentrate on here, those that leave their parents' house and glue to a man, even when the man have not shown any interest.
The instance of the violent they get it by force. they want to, since Muhammad cannot come to the mountain, they want to run off to Muhammad.
Okay.
So they feel that if they start cohabiting with the man, then the man will say, it's now time to get married, or at least I've seen that she's a wife material. It doesn't always work that way. You know, sometimes when you start giving him husband benefits when he's just still a boyfriend, he wouldn't see the need. What's the need to rush
Exactly.
when I'm already enjoying the husband
Exactly.
benefits?
So they already got the taste of it all. So what's the need to
See
rush?
finish, you just enter.
That's the right word. Say finish. So my people, say finish shouldn't be in your relationship, because once it creeps in, then I tell you, the unexpected will definitely set in.
Sure.
And that unexpected will not be you cohabiting with him for God knows how many years, even to the extent of producing children.
And then what happens? These children, they are not children of the marriage. They are just there. And even though there is no illegitimate children under the law, but then you should bring them within the confines of marriage just for tomorrow purposes.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you, we are discussing with a lawyer. So you could just hear the terminologies of the law terminologies coming out from her. Okay, so let's take it to the law angle now, since you raised it up. What do you mean by within the confines of the law?
Okay, there are no illegitimate children. It would be wrong to say that a child is illegitimate. Okay, even though the children were, maybe they became born, or they were born when the both parents were not married, you can't say that they are illegitimate.
Okay, so it is actually wrong to tag a child an illegitimate child.
Yes, and then also know that when you start to cohabit with a man, if you continue to cohabit with a man, there is a presumption of law that you're married to the man. So sometimes when the man says we are not married, you can actually bring proof of cohabitation to prove that you were married. Mm-hmm. So there's a presumption of marriage with cohabitation. I
don't think I'm liking this one now. You know why? Because most of our young girls, listen, I'm an advocate for young women. You understand? Mm-hmm. Now, when they begin to reason this kind of topic like this, they will start thinking of otherwise. They will move into a man's house.
Not like it automatically forces the man to become married to you. Then people just presume that you're married. Exactly. There are presumptions under the evidence, and so there's a presumption of marriage with cohabitation. But that does not mean that you people are married. They just presume. Just like you can assume a lot of things which might not be true.
Okay, so please, if you are a young girl watching us, don't move in with a man under the, what's the law again?
Under the presumption of marriage.
Under the presumption of marriage, please. All right, do you have any other thing to say? So,
marriage should be a part of your life, not your life. You know, some people, they feel that because today we are talking about marriage, whether marriage should be a bus stop. It shouldn't be. Some people, once they get married, it's as if their whole life comes to a stop. They stop living. If they don't even think about maybe how do I work, how do I raise my children, how do I impact the society, they just stop living because they were just pursuing marriage. And now I'm married, everything is okay. I'm no longer doing anything to benefit the society. I'm no longer doing anything. I've gotten to my last bus stop. Marriage, just like education and your career, should be a part of your life, but not the bus stop.
That's good. Good. Did you hear that? It shouldn't be the bus stop. Marriage should just be a starting point and not the bus stop. You shouldn't end your life in it, right? Mm-hmm. You shouldn't end your career, and what else again? You shouldn't end your education. So keep pushing forward. That is all exigencies of life cares for. We care to see people improve in every area of their life positively. Okay? So that is where we will be ending it today. So, Miss Beatrice, what is your last word for our viewers out there? So we'll wrap it up with you.
The last word is, if you think that the tag Mrs. would give you a sense of belonging, sense of identity, that is only with the tag Mrs. That's when you have your life. Then you're already on a very, very wrong path. Think about your happiness first. Then you can always, if you get married, then the person will just be a part of your happiness and improve on your happiness, not the person being the only sole source of your happiness. Thank you very much.
Okay, that is what we have for you today. And please, wherever you are, say thank you to Beatrice. She is a barrister, for doing justice to this very topic.
Thank you very much for having me on the Exigencies of Life. It was such a pleasure discussing this topic.
Oh, thank you. So please, before we leave, do not forget to subscribe. Yes, click that button. and then turn on your notification button and give us a thumbs up. We look forward to seeing you in our another video. Have a wonderful stay.